Hey, what's up, guys? Okay, so Alicia and I just got back. We just got back to Chicago, and I was taking a second to talk to you guys about something interesting that we just saw in the news. It turns out that the NCAA has finally ended all the bullshit. Like they finally decided to do the right thing, and I don't know if you guys know, but the state of California was actually going to or they were passing a law basically saying that you have to force athletes, the NCAA has to force itself. I know that sounds weird, but they basically have to start paying athletes for their name, their likeness, and their image. So in California, they kind of took the lead on an issue that was really important to me. I've been fighting on this issue since 2004, 2005. You can go back to maybe '04 or so when I was going on TV shows and making this argument back when I was teaching at Syracuse University. And in fact, I wrote articles on this topic back in as far back as 1996. You can probably find stuff that I literally wrote over 22 years ago on the corruption of the NCAA, as well as the educational exploitation and the economic exploitation of the black community. These issues were very important to me, and they kind of pissed me off, to be honest with you, because I couldn't believe they were getting away with this kind of nonsense. So anyway, today this announcement was powerful because it let me know that, like, if you keep going and you give it enough time, eventually the tides turn, times change, etc. So today the NCAA finally caved in and said that they are agreeing to allow athletes to be paid for their name, for their likeness, and for their image. They can go out and they can make money from their names, from being on TV, from being famous, things like that. They can sign autographs and get paid. They can go do commercials and get paid. They can be used for endorsements and get paid. And that's a big deal. Here, you need my help? Okay, and so anyway, I was talking to Alicia about it, and Alicia's a college professor as well, as you guys may or may not know. And we were actually talking about how bad the system is in terms of student athletes. This way, okay, not being able to. This goes up. This doesn't go down. We got to go down. Student athletes were not actually able to go to class, so their education. I'm gonna follow you. So they weren't able to actually get what they needed in school. So anyway, we were talking about this, and one of the things I brought up to her was a conversation I had with Kareem Abdul-Jabbar. Kareem Abdul-Jabbar, I bumped into him in like '04 or '05. And I was on my way to speak at a university about why college athletes should be paid. And literally, I remember I saw this big, tall guy walking across the airport, and I'm just looking, I'm like, who is that tall dude? I'm like, oh, it's Kareem. So I just walked over to him and I said, do you think college athletes should be paid? And I remember he sat there and he stared at me for a minute. He's a real serious looking dude. He's not like real friendly, but he's nice, I assume. And he said, yes, they should be paid. Because when I played for UCLA, they made millions of dollars from my image, and they didn't pay me anything. And so I remember that conversation. I remember going to speak at the university, and the president of the campus, was this lady, supposedly liberal, who couldn't understand for the life of her why athletes should be paid. She didn't get it. It didn't make any sense. And I'm sitting there thinking, they should be paid because you get paid. What makes you think? Well, you think because they're black that they shouldn't get compensated for their labor? And then I was like, oh, that's right. The reason you don't want them to get paid is because you're getting paid because of the work that they're doing. They're doing the work and you're getting the money. Sounds a lot like the relationship between white folks and black folks that we've had for about 400 years. Am I right or am I wrong? Tell me if I'm right or wrong. And so, anyway. What?
Those football programs and those basketball programs, they fund the other programs, the tennis program. Mm-hmm. So they spread that money around, although they make all their money off of basketball and football. They spread it around to, I don't know, lacrosse.
Yeah.
Like things where nobody shows up for.
College sports is the ultimate.
They spread it around to the
it's like the ultimate Negro subsidy.
Yeah.
Like we are, our poor families with $1 trillion worth of athletic talent are giving all that away. And they're using it to fund all their shit.
Yeah,
they're funding
shit that makes no money at all. Nobody shows up. 2 people in the stands. Mm-hmm. No one shows up for it.
You got a damn all-white tennis team that's got. Hey, what's happening, brother? How you doing, man? All right. You got a damn all-white tennis team with damn professional gear Like, you know what I mean? Like
Yeah.
traveling on a damn
Full ride scholarship, and they
full
make
ride
no
scholarship.
money for this university.
Right, on private jets, going to their games on private jets, all because of what the basketball and football players are doing. It's criminal. It's
And there's
not.
99 players on the football team.
Yeah, it's
That's
ridiculous.
a lot. I mean, they don't give them as much.
It's ridiculous. You got coaches that got mansions, yachts,
Tell me about it.
you know, living like
Assistant coaches.
right. Off of these athletes' labor, man. I mean, you know, if the revolt, I'm so glad LeBron led the revolution, you know, by skipping college. It made me mad because he was going to go to Louisville, which is my team. But I was like, you know what, black man, go get your money. You know what I'm saying? Like, it was just crazy to me. So it's just kind of a sick system. And the only reason we think it's normal is because we're just used to black people being financially raised like that.
Okay,
Tell me if you guys can hear me. I'm underground, so I don't know if I have a signal down here.
Center 4.
Center 4. This is 4 right here. Tell me if you guys can hear me. I'm going to do an experiment. I'm going to get on this elevator and go into the parking garage, so I'm probably going to lose you. So Lori says, wifey is looking very pretty. So that's you.
Oh, thank you.
Wifey.
Like that word.
Anyway, can you guys hit the thumbs up button for me real quick? Please hit the thumbs up button. Hit the notification bell, and also so you'll be notified when we go live. Please do that. And thank you all who came out to New York. It was amazing. It was totally sold out because you guys, care about.
Best friends. I feel like I'm going to be best friends with a lot of people that I talk to.
We've met a lot of great people, and it was really cool. Like I'm gonna follow you. I 10, row 10. Okay, can you guys hear me now? Can you hear me and see me?
So how should we do this way?
Elevator front got Wi-Fi. Give me a yes or no if you can see me or you can hear me. Give me a yes or no. When I start seeing yeses, I'll know that you guys can see me, hear me. Just say yes. Okay, yep, you're back. All right, cool. Hey, Vanessa Carter, pay my ism. He's in the elevator. He'll be back, people. That's so cool. Y'all are so awesome, man. But hit the thumbs up button. That really helps our channel a lot. But anyway, so this NCAA decision is a big deal. I feel like I'm excited because I was writing articles about this back when I was a graduate student at the University of Kentucky, way back in 1996. And I remember when I used to write these articles, Antoine Walker, who played in the NBA, you know him because he lost $111 million, which really makes me wish we had been friends because I could have helped him. If he had listened to me, think about this. This is what happens when you get caught up listening to people who don't give a shit about you. Black man to black man. If Antoine had just talked to somebody like me, I was getting a PhD in finance. I knew this shit better than, I knew finance when I was 26, I knew finance better than most people on Wall Street. Because I was teaching college students at the age of 22. How'd I do what? Because you're close and it automatically opens the door. Yeah, and if he had just listened to me like for 10 minutes.
That umbrella is gone.
Okay, if he had listened to me for, you can hop in, I got this. You don't mind driving, do you?
You want me to try?
Yeah, thank you. If he had listened to me for 10 minutes, he would be worth $100 million right now. Like,
I'm on an airplane. You took that flight.
yeah, so I'm on an airplane eating a cheeseburger. Yeah. I'm like, bro, we almost 50. You can't be sitting around eating too many cheeseburgers these days. But you know, it just kind of speaks to how a lot of our young men are misled, and you end up getting all your advice from people who don't love you, you know, people who don't have your best interests at heart. And I feel like that's what happens to a lot of these athletes. They go broke. You want to get away from your people when the white man put a little money in your pocket and give you a little status. You want to get away from black people. You want to get away from the black woman, the first woman that ever loved you. You dump her. You dump all the community that had your back when you wasn't shit, when nobody gave a damn about you. You get rid of all your people in your circle that could support you and give you good advice and all these other things, and you surround yourself with Becky and Guido and the Zuckerberg attorney at law and all these managers that went to Harvard and Yale who wouldn't fucking let their kids be around you for a second if you wasn't in the NBA. And next thing that will take you in, your community is the only community that wants you at that point because they don't want you no more. Excuse my French. There. Yes. Okay, all right. Yes, ma'am. I'll throw in the trash.
Be nice, please.
Okay. So they have no use for a broke ass nigga. They don't have any use for you when you're no longer balling and making money. The Kardashians will no longer let you inside their house when you ain't the shit, you know. And I think it's kind of sad. Lamar Odom, he got hooked on dope, and they didn't want nothing to do with his ass no more. So anyway, where are you? The service is bad. Can you guys hear me? Am I coming through clear or am I coming through kind of fuzzy? Let me know if I'm coming through clear or fuzzy. Big thanks for being concerned about me and signing my book at the end of the seminar, Doc. Of course, Carter. Carter, are you the brother who had to go to the hospital, man? We were thinking about you, bro. We were worried about you, man. I hope you're okay. There was a brother who was there who said he thought he was having a stroke. And that really worried me. And he went to the hospital. Remember the brother that said he thought he had a stroke? Hey, Alicia. He actually went to the hospital, came back, and then got his book signed.
Well, he checked. I think once he found out that she was fine, he was like, all right, I got to go back because I got to get my book signed.
I just love that. Like, I respect it. That's like here. And my friend Vigilante from Kansas City sent it to me and told me that he died of colon cancer. And one of the things that he said, Lee Joe was saying before he died is, go straight. He said, parking garage. Can you guys hear me? Let me know if you can hear me, if you can still hear me or not. Yeah, we gotta get, I want to get us out of this garage and then maybe they can hear me again.
Wait.
So give me 1 second. No, I think it's exit.
Okay, it's this way.
No, it says do not enter. You're going the wrong. Is that it? I don't think that's it.
I think this is it, right
Oh,
here, boys.
is it?
We go through this every time we're in this
Do we?
park. Every single time.
We sure do, don't we? And then I end up driving in a circle because I don't. My God, I'm such a coon. I'm so ridiculous.
You're not a cool boy.
Yes, I am. I'm a terrible person.
You're not. It's
Let me give you a card. Yes,
You're the co-pilot. So
hold on. Let me put this on the thing. This thing sucks. It won't stay on.
well, it's just. I think that's just how they make them.
I hate it.
Okay.
There we go. Okay. All right.
Damn, let's go.
Hold on. We're paying for our parking. I'm not a good multitasker, so I hope you'll forgive me. Here's a credit card.
Okay.
All right. Magic Johnson should have backed this up and looked out for college athletes as well as out Kareem, who made him. Absolutely. I'm sure Magic supported it. We can't write him off on that. I'm glad to hear he's okay, too. Can you see me now? Am I good now? Do I have good reception now? Can you hear the words that are coming out of my mouth? All right, cool. Back in 1080p. Great. Uh-oh. Let me just... They can see my fat rolls.
You have no fat. You have no fat on you, boys.
I have fat, but just not as much as I used to.
really.
Not as much as I used to. Hey, Vanessa, how are you? Can hear you, can't see you. I'm sorry, Happy. I think you guys can see me though, right? You can see me and hear me, right? Okay. Does anybody have any questions before? Are we back home now? Yes, we are. We just got back to Chicago. Speaking of that, if you live in the Chicagoland area and you want to come out and play spades, you can go to drboychicago.com.
Oh,
and
look, you got Damn.
Thanks. You can go to drboychicago.com and actually sign up for our spades tournament. We're going to actually have a spades tournament that you can participate in. It's we call it the All Black Excellent Spades Tournament. And I wanted to do this just so that we can do something other than just be serious all the time. I want you to have fun. They owe the Fab Five lots of money. Hell yeah, they owe them about. I bet they easily made $100 million or more off the Fab Five. And I just think that it's not so much to say they deserve all that money, right? Okay, Carter says, Doc, still trying to get the masterclass info. Did you get the email address, Carter? I want you to email support@theblackbusinessschool.com. So somebody type that in for Carter so that he can make sure he gets that email address.
Goodness. Do need to get into another lane.
It's okay, we can wait. It's all right. Yeah, he just email support@theblackbusinessschool.com. Yeah, okay. If they don't email you back, make sure you put the THE support@theblackbusinessschool.com because they're always there. All they do is sit around and wait for emails to come in. And what I'll do is I'll text them. And Carter, if you put your email address in here, I can actually text the people and tell them to email you. Yeah, because it should go through. Like we have a big customer support team and they're always on standby. So that's not even something that's even like an issue. So we'll make sure you get taken care of for sure. All right, so let me see here. I used my extra cash this year to go see my grandchildren. but next time I'm coming to see you. Wow, thank you, Vanessa. I appreciate that. And maybe I can find a way to get you a discount or something. I don't want. We're not out trying to break anybody, but we have to charge a fee because doing all of our
Just fucking
events and
aggressive
activities and
ass
everything that we
people.
do costs money, and so that's why we, for live events, there's always going to be a fee. We can't do, a lot of things for free like that. All right, so let's see here. Does anybody have any questions before you? Let's see. Natoya says, Dr. Boyce, I bought a house, started a business, and also started investing. Thanks to you. Much love. All right. How's it going, Natoya? So you bought a house? Good for you. Here's what happens, Natoya, when you buy a house. When you buy a house, you're probably putting at least $250,000 or more in wealth back into your family. So what you're doing is, in fact, I almost call home ownership the reverse student loan. Like the same wealth that people are losing when they go borrow, $200,000 or whatever to go to a university that gets them that $40,000 a year job, and they can't pay the debt off, for life. Some people in this room might be in that situation. I'm not making fun of you. I'm just telling you what it is. You're doing the opposite. You're doing the opposite, right? So think about it like you're in a race, and half the people run backward. Half the people, some of the people stand still, and then the rest of the people actually move forward. Well, you're among that group that's moving forward, right? There's a lot of us that are standing still, a lot of us that are actually going backward because they're teaching them to go backward. Uh-oh, Lori caught you cussing.
I know, I don't, I'm sorry.
Lori said you're a potty mouth.
I am a potty mouth. That's not good.
She said that old raggedy-ass fiance you got needs to quit all that goddamn cussing. See, Lori, I told her about her damn self. All that damn cussing and shit. What the hell she thinks she is? You need to... Okay, anyway, I wonder if they'll reverse the decision to retract Fab 5 accomplishments from the books. I think that they will because the Fab 5, like they know what they owe, like they know that the Fab 5 did great things for Michigan. And it was almost like when they took down everything that, at Penn State, when they took down everything related to Joe Paterno's legacy, like I felt like that was overkill. Now the Fab 5 is not like Joe Paterno though. They were both caught in scandals. I feel like Paterno's scandal was worse. But the problem with the Joe Paterno situation, and if you don't recall, there was an assistant coach on his team that was molesting kids and shit, horrible shit like that. And Paterno reported that to the athletic director, but the mistake he made was he didn't go to the cops, right? And I think that his thinking was, we're going to keep that in-house and I'll let them deal with that. But there are people who felt that he should have went to the police. And I do agree he should have went to the cops. But I don't think they should have taken a 55, 60-year career and just acted like it never happened. Like I thought that was overkill. And I think Penn State is actually reversing some of that. They're actually sort of being more moderate in terms of how they deal with the man that did give them quite a bit. He gave them many, many decades of extraordinary service, and I think he deserves credit for that. This whole idea of just canceling a person or canceling, 50 years of history, that's kind of ridiculous. It's almost like with Bill Cosby. Look, if you want to hold Bill Cosby accountable for things that he's done, that's fine. But if you want to act like he never did anything good for anybody ever, I'm not a fan of that, right? So I think with the Fab 5, Michigan knows what the Fab 5 did. They know, you can act like they were never there. You can act like they never put your ass on the map. You can act like they never, went out there and gave you something that you did not have before, something you haven't had since. You can act like that, but you'll be lying. It's almost like when the Boxing Federation tried to act like Muhammad Ali was not the greatest fighter in the world. They tried to act like somebody else was the champion, but everybody knew who the champion was. Everybody knows what the Fab 5 has done for sports and what they've done for the University of Michigan. You can't take that away. Hit the thumbs up button for me. Please hit the thumbs up button. I'm about to go in a second. Let me know if you have any questions or anything before we roll out. Let me see here. Will you add a class to teach us how to get government contracts with Walter Cotton? Yes, we are actually working on that. Walter Cotton is brilliant. We had him on the Black Financial Channel, which is our space where we have daily financial news and commentary, and it's theblackfinancialchannel.com. In fact, I'm gonna go there live there today to talk about some movements in the stock market. And anyway, Walter Cotton was on that channel and did a great job, and he's a brilliant guy. And we're currently in the middle of discussions about him joining the Black Business School, and I think that he's a great guy to add in. We're also adding a guy named Casterly I don't have Casterly's last name, but Casterly is an expert on credit and credit scores, credit reporting. He's developing an app for that. We also have a guy named Justin Burns who created a platform for online teaching. He's a young brother that's a technology expert, and he developed this whole platform on his own. There's another brother named Samuel. I don't have Samuel's last name, but Samuel developed basically a black competitor to, if you do business, you know about companies like, not Salesforce. It's not Salesforce. Lead Pages, stuff like that. There's ClickFunnels. That's a big one. The company, the founder, has made hundreds of millions of dollars, and Samuel developed a blacker, better version of ClickFunnels. And so what we're going to do is have him come in and teach, but also have him help people not only learn how to develop digital businesses, but also provide support for that platform. Because we believe deeply in things being black owned as much as possible. So we got some good ideas in the Black Business School. If you haven't at least signed up for a free membership in the Black Business School, please do that now. Sign up your whole family. Go to theblackbusinessschool.com. This is your university. This is your institution. This was created for you, by you, funded by black people. No corporate sponsorship, no government money, no begging, no none of that. We built this on our own, and we have leading experts, PhDs, and people that can actually teach you in a way that is low cost, extremely high quality, real world experience based, but also embraces any theories that are necessary to make it work, and also is culturally relevant. We think only about black people. That's it. When are we coming to New Orleans? I think Julian Gordon wants to do a thing in New Orleans. He runs the Black REI group, which is our real estate investment group. Julian is teaching lots of people, hundreds of people right now, how to buy multifamily property units. Alicia and I just closed on it was a multifamily. It was just a little apartment condo that we're going to rent out near the University of Chicago. And the way it works is it's pretty cool. Your mortgage payment is this much. The monthly rent is that much. So literally your tenant is paying your mortgage. So after so many years, they pay the mortgage, and the value of the property goes up because it's in a good location. So we're going to build wealth just by autopilot, just by kind of having the property, manage it, stuff like that. And then when we're ready, once we're comfortable with that, as a team, we're going to go buy some more stuff. So that's like one avenue for wealth building that a lot of people use. Philly. I was in Philly not too long ago. We're going to actually pretty soon, we're going to actually form investment tribes. And one of those tribes will be in Philly. And when we form that investment tribe in Philly, I will talk to you guys about it, and you can be a part of that. Philly is important for us because Peter Parker and Jay Ortiz, two young brothers that I'm working with on a project called Black Capital. It's one of the movies that we're putting out this year. You guys know we have Boyce Watkins Films, which we actually turned into Boyce Watkins Entertainment. And basically, Boyce Watkins Entertainment is going to release 3 films this year. One is The Black Love Blueprint Part 2, hashtag Boyce and Alicia, where we're going to document our love journey. And she's actually a therapist. I don't know if you guys know that or not, but she actually wanted to participate in that project, and I thought it was a great idea. And it was my idea, but it was her idea to support my idea. So I support her idea to support my idea. And then the second one is Black Capital, which is a beautiful story about 4 young brothers on the rise and going through all the challenges that come with being a black man and building wealth in this country. And then the third project is called Young Moneymakers, which we're doing with Rick Mathis out of Atlanta, who did the Black Friday series. If you remember the Black Friday series, they had David Banner in it, Ice-T was in it, a bunch of other great people. I was in it, and it did really well. It was really successful, almost up there with like the Hidden Colors type level. So we're going to work with him. Also, a brother named Smalls. Is it David Smalls? Oh gosh, I keep, his name keeps getting out of my head, but he made a great film called The Melanin Code. Look up The Melanin Code, and I want to say Smalls is his last name. I want you to meet this brother and his wife, man. He's in Orlando, and I hate the fact that his name just slips out of my brain for some reason, but I love this young man, and I have so much respect for him, and I told him I want to do business because he's a great filmmaker. I'm going to find his name, and I'm going to repeat it because y'all need to hear his name. When am I coming to Birmingham? I don't know. I got to find out the dates. I know I got an event there with the A.G. Gaston group, but I don't know exactly when. But I'll keep you posted on when that happens. Let's see. Midtown Philly back again. Motown Philly back in. Plans for a physical space for the BBS. We're not going to do a physical space right now, but we do have an extensive plan this year for having a multitude of gatherings in physical locations. We decided that it would not be financially prudent for us to go through the exhaustive process of actually locking down physical spaces and having to staff them, 8, 40 hours a week or 30 hours a week or whatever. Instead, we're going to go similar to what we did in New York. In New York, we just found a space. We had to pay some money, but it was a black-owned hotel, and we just lock down that space long enough for us to come together as a group. So if you live in New York, just know we're coming back to New York. We're going to come back to New York probably in the next 6 weeks or so, and we're going to do some regular business there because that's the number one objective we have right now, is to bring people together in a physical way as opposed to just digitally, and that's going to actually lead to the development of economies that allow you to basically access capital for businesses, to find contractors and to find job opportunities within those businesses, and also to support black businesses or to find support for your black business. So there's a lot of stuff that we're going to do. Now, somebody said that was a black-owned hotel. Yeah. We specifically, every city we go to, I ask my, Teresa, who's my brother's assistant actually, but she works with our team. I ask her, try to see if we can find a black-owned hotel. But the thing is, it has to have a certain quality level, because people get mad if we bring them to a place that is, not quite ready for prime time. So we had an issue with a place. I'm not gonna say the name of the place, but it made us sad because they had like a rat issue. And the thing is that you can't have mice run around on people's feet when they're doing an event. Like, I love you, but it's like I don't know what to do if you're if you got the mice, man. The hotel was DoubleTree. I believe it's like a Bob Johnson hotel, right? So Bob Johnson is technically black, right? But y'all know the issues with Bob Johnson, right? There's a lot of reason to criticize him, but he's a brother, and I don't think Bob Johnson is all bad. I just think he's not a prototypical kind of black person, right? He doesn't fit into every space, but there are some people that have no problem with him, so it is what it is. Yeah. So anyway, I'm about to go, guys, and thank you, Happy Times, for your kind words. If you guys could do me a favor, hit the thumbs up button, share and subscribe button. Also, if you haven't gotten at least a free membership in the Black Business School, just go to theblackbusinessschool.com. You can actually talk to Chanel and Jessica right now. They're waiting on the line to talk to you right now about your goals, your family wealth plan, how we can help you, things like that. But if you just want a free membership, that's fine. And you can just be there. Like our free membership, we're so good that our free memberships are better than what you spent going to college. I guarantee you, if we did a survey right now, we've done these surveys before. If we were to survey all of our students who have the free membership and said, do you get more from us than you got from going to college? 95% of them would say yes. Right? Why? Well, because college is not very good anymore. It's not, academia. I talked to some professors this weekend, that lady, and we were talking about how it sucks to even be a professor in these universities now, because they're all about the money. The student loan crisis is real. It's destroying black wealth. It is if you took student loans out of the equation, put it this way, that whole stat about black wealth dropping to zero. Give me a yes or no if you've heard this stat that says median black wealth is going to drop below zero in the year 2053. So give me a yes or no if you know about that statistic that says the median black American will have zero wealth by the year 2053. Okay, I want you guys to know this because I can tell you how to avoid this and what this is all about. That statistic, I bet you anything. I put it on my grandmama. Y'all know how much I love my grandma. If you took student loan debt out of that equation, that statistic will go from zero to very positive. A lot of families that would normally have large amounts of wealth for their children and grandchildren are going to have no wealth at all when they die, because they took the typical pathway to the so-called American dream that does not exist. Like, seriously, if you took that one statistic out, if you took student loan debt out of the equation, that statistic goes from zero to very positive, maybe 50,000, 100,000, whatever the number is. Right? And so what we're trying to do is help you circumvent that and to also get higher quality in the process. Education is one of those things where education is best served with a big dose of love. If somebody does not love you, it's hard for them to teach you. Before you correct, you must connect. Before you come in telling somebody what to do, they got to know that you care about them, right? Like they say, you got to say that you care about me before I care about what you say. So we start everything off by saying, look, we love black people. We love the black community. We put black people first. Black first, black first, black first. Be one. That's what we do. And so when you do that, that allows people to be more prepared to receive what it is that you have to say. White universities can't do that. They don't do that. They don't care to do that. The best thing they believe they can do for a black person is to put them in the same place as a white person, or to teach them how to be a white person, or to teach them how to fit into a system designed by a white person. And we don't believe that. We're radically opposed to this idea, and we believe we have a formula and a solution that's going to last for the next several hundred years. So if you want to be part of the future of black education, check it out, theblackbusinessschool.com. Feel free to go check it out, guys. So I got to go. Hit the thumbs up button, share, subscribe, all that stuff. Hit that notification bell. I'm going to get out of here. You guys have a good day, and I'll see you soon. Be good. Peace.